Hey everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mom Me, your mama resource from conception to college. Wherever you are on your momming journey, we are here for you. And this week, I am redonkulously excited about the comment or about the theme this week because it is power struggles. And power struggles are something that is universal. With all of my clients, we talk about power struggles, and I don't just mean the power struggles between parent and child. We've got power struggles in partnerships, we've got power struggles between kids, we've got power struggles in our family and within our family and out of our family, all of those things. So power struggles are this universal thing that we experience as parents, and anybody who has kids older than 3 or 4 knows that even when you're outside of toddlerhood, power struggles still come up as parents with our kids. And if you're starting to have teenagers or preteens or tweens, whatever you want to call them, you're going to start seeing that power struggles start becoming even more prominent as our kids get older. So let's talk about power struggles. Today is Tuesday. It's my Mythbusters Day. It's the day that I try to break down some of the negative or unhelpful and ineffective thinking that we've built up about whatever parenting struggle we're dealing with that's keeping us trapped in that struggle. And power struggles is a really great theme to illustrate what I mean by these misconceptions and ineffective thought processes. So let's bust a few myths about, I have them all written down right here, about power struggles for you guys so that you can see what I mean. The first myth I want to bust this week is the same myth I bust every week, which is that you're a bad mom. You're a bad mom if you can't control your kids. You're a bad mom if you find yourself trapped in a power struggle with your kids. You're a bad mom if your kid is defiant or struggling with you or trying to fight with you for control. Guys, power struggles and the human need for autonomy and agency are not a result of you being a bad mom. Don't give yourself so much credit. You're not the responsible for human nature. So if you find yourself locking horns with your kids, it's not because you're a bad mom. And overall, even more important than, oh, this is normal, this is natural, I want to really get at something. Why do I bust the myth that you're a bad mom every single week? Because so many of us tie our self-worth or give ourselves a little gold star as a mom. We've tied that gold star to how our children behave and react and navigate their world. But our job as parents has never, ever, ever, ever been to control our children or make them do things or be in control of their behavior, because that's not possible. And your job never in this world is to control somebody else. So giving yourself a gold star or feeling badly about yourself based on what your kids are doing is totally a false premise. So I really hope that by every week us talking about this bad mom stuff, you're going to start gradually over time uncoupling your worth from your kids' behavior. Your worth as a mother, your worth as a human being is unchangeable. It is never, ever, ever different. It's never more, it's never less. You're not worth more today because your kid was good in the grocery store, and you're not worth more or less tomorrow because your kid threw a tantrum or wouldn't get in their car seat. So uncoupling your worth from your kids' behavior is really, really important, because your kids' behavior isn't your job. Your job is to provide your kids really great opportunities to learn and make smart choices. And we can always do that and always find ourselves giving ourselves that little gold star, no matter what the outcome of us giving those opportunities and circumstances to our kids are. So that's myth number one, a little bit heavy. Coming in hot this week, guys. Myth number two is that there's a winner in a power struggle. Whenever there's a power struggle in your family, you're both losers. Everybody loses when there's a struggle. It's bad for everybody. And I'm going to show you this week that a power struggle is not necessary, even though it's human nature to want autonomy, and especially for toddlers to really crave their independence and do so by defying you. That does not mean that power struggles are necessary. It is possible to nip power struggles in the bud. It is possible to say things one time and not repeat yourself and implement consequences calmly and without losing your temper. All of those things are possible. So if you find yourself in a power struggle, it doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong or you're a bad mom, but it means that both of you are going to lose, you and the person you're struggling with, if the way that you're approaching it and your reactions don't change. You're both going to be coming out getting the short end of the stick. So that is the second myth, that there's even possible to be a winner in a power struggle. You both lose in a power struggle and you both win when power struggles are nipped in the bud. So I really would love for you to set that ambitious goal for yourself and know that it's possible, and know that you're not going to execute perfectly all of the time, but know that it's so much better for your family. It's better for you. It's better for your kids. It's better for your relationship with them to learn these skills and know that being both of you locked in a struggle is a loss, and both of you not being locked in a struggle is a win. Okay? The third myth I want to bust, and this is so crucial when it comes to power struggles, is that your kid is naughty or defiant or too stubborn or any of those things. If you're locking horns and struggling with your kid, it's not because your kid is naughty. The biggest, most helpful thing that I learned when I became a parent coach and started studying this stuff more in depth is that human beings, all human beings outside of infancy, crave and need, it's like a fundamental human need to feel independence, control, and agency over their lives. And that first starts showing up when our kids are really, really young toddlers, and it becomes more and more and more dominant for them as they go through their toddlerhood. Something that's happening during toddlerhood for our kids, but it's continuing to happen all through our kids' lives, is something called individuation. It's a process by which your child learns that they are separate from you, that they're an independent, separate human being, and that they might be different from you, and you might do one thing and they might do another thing. You might go away, but you come back, and they're still their own little person, whether or not they're with you. All of those things are part of individuation, and one of the ways that kids individuate from their parents is by going through this power struggly, defiant epic in life. And when I say epic, I mean it's epic. It's for the entire childhood, and I bet you know some people, and I might be one, I'm not going to confirm or deny, that who are still going through individuation with their parents, who still find themselves locked in power struggles with their parents. So individuation is the reason why your kid is being defiant, wanting to struggle with you, saying no when you say yes, saying up when you say down, saying black when you say white. All of those things are because of individuation. Your baby, your child is biologically programmed to need to be different from you, and that's okay. Does that mean that we actually have to engage in those power struggles? Absolutely not. But switching our thinking around and stopping this mindset of my child's naughty and I need to really get my kid's behavior on track and I need to control my child and my child is out of control and this is a bad sign. We need to change that mindset, because once you put on the hat of this is a normal thing that my child is doing, what a great sign that my kid is learning to become independent, we can use that need and biological stage that your kid is going through to actually get great behavior from your kids. And I'm going to show you what I mean later on this week on Thursday when I do the how-to broadcast. And the last thing I want to say, which I've already touched on a few times in this broadcast, is the last myth that I want to bust, which is this is just a phase. Power struggles, defiance, independence, autonomy, trying to make their own decisions, trying to be in control, it's not a phase. This is humanity, okay? Your child likes to be controlled just as much as you like to be controlled. And I would probably guarantee that there's never been at a time in your life when you enjoyed being controlled. Your child is not just going to grow out of being craving autonomy and control. That's not going to happen. What is going to happen, and it's going to ebb and flow, and the ways in which your child tries to individuate and be their own person and have control and independence, those things are going to change as your child gets older. But power struggles are not something you can just white knuckle it through. We need to come up with a plan. We need to shift our thinking about it, and then we need to learn skills to handle it in a way that actually encourages our children to be independent and have control and celebrates their want and desire for agency over their lives. Because let's face it, guys, the reason why we're raising our kids, the eventual goal that we have for all of our kids, all of us, no matter how we're raising them, is that we want them to grow up to be confident, strong, independent people who know that they're the ones who have power in their lives, that they can can change something in their life if they don't like it, and that their circumstances in life are absolutely 100% of their own making and in their own power. And there's no time like the present. There is no time like childhood to start teaching our kids that. It's so, so, so powerful. I can't even begin to tell you the difference you can be making in your child's life by recognizing who they are and what they're doing and using that human nature as a way to create harmony in your family, not something to rail against and feel frustrated by and trapped by. So if you guys want more information on how to make this happen for you, if you're feeling sick of being in struggles with your kids, if you're feeling like, okay, great, I shook my mindset, but I don't know what I'm actually supposed to do instead, I really encourage you to keep tuning in all week long. But even more importantly, I really encourage you to be tuning in on the 16th, this Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. in Spain, if you're with me in Spain. I'm going to be doing a long broadcast on handling the holidays, and everything I'm going to be talking about on Sunday touches on all of this stuff. We're going to be talking about things like behavior at family gatherings, transitioning from home to family or from vacation to home, or I have some clients who have lots of family members in the same city, and they're going to be doing Christmas breakfast with grandma and lunch with grandpa and going over to auntie and uncle's house the next day, and moving your kids from those different situations, especially with strong-willed, defiant kids who are giving you a run for your money. It can really make your head spin. So we're going to be talking about that on Sunday, and we're definitely going to be talking about family drama on Sunday, because that comes up for all of us around the holidays in a million different ways. So I really encourage you to tune in. I'm going to put a link to the event in the comments so you can really make sure that you put it on your calendar and tune in on Sunday, and keep tuning in all week long, you guys, because I'm going to be talking about power struggles every day this week. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day.